What's going on, everybody? CaptainRoBear Crew here for Merrowstrand, episode 32. We're back, baby.
Ah! It feels so good to be here in 2024 playing D&D. Oh, God.
It's Tuesday.
We made it, right? Right? We're here?
Yes, we're here.
I don't know if I remember how to do this. Is this on? Does it work? Hello? Check.
Hello, McFly. Look at all these crack dice we got here. Look at that.
What's going on here?
I'm just filling the roll log back up after I deleted it.
Yeah, I was like, I am not rolling anything. What is going on?
All crack, all the
out.
time. We love it. We love it. Welcome, everybody. Welcome. It is good to be back.
Yeah, it is.
New Year's are brutal, but it's the year of the dragon, baby. And I'm excited for it.
T-Rex.
No,
Yeah, dude, they all count. It's reptiles. It's big reptiles, okay? And big reptiles are made by lion noises plus elephant plus all sorts of weird other stuff. So,
Yeah.
you know, it has been so long. Somebody probably has an important announcement. So let her rip if you do. First up.
Adam has been playing a lot more GTA RP lately.
Radio,
That is
let other
true.
people do their announcements.
I'm getting him into it. He's sitting here acting shy. Look at him.
No.
I'm not. I was distracted for but a moment. Thanks for calling me out. But yeah, no, I mean, I guess I'll go. I guess, yeah. I've been doing a lot more streams as Radio is so kind to highlight. Mostly Grand Theft Auto roleplay. Thanks for that, Radio. I saw that. But yeah, doing a little bit of do right, having some fun, vibing, you know. So if you're interested in checking that out, you can check it over at twitch.tv/ArcaneAdam, just as it's written down below. Yeah, it's a good time. It's a good vibe. And then I also got some other campaigns coming up for the group over at Magi RPG that I'm excited to talk about soon, TM, but not quite soon enough. So, but hopefully next week or the week after, I'll be able to talk about some of that stuff. But yeah, yeah. So if you wanna vibe and come kick it, do that. Twitch.tv/ArcaneAdam.
Dude.
That's it.
Are you running right now?
I am. I'm live now, actually. So I told Rob I wanted to, you know, sharing the love, and then maybe get some of the RP folks that come in and watch from the community that I'm a part of, you know, check out some D&D stuff. So yeah, I'm live right now, but you know, wherever's work, you know, just sit back and relax in Captain's channel. But yeah, that's all. That's it. That's all I got. I'm done.
Next up.
All I've done is buy festival tickets for the year, so I'm just gonna be festival rich. That's all I got.
Anybody else?
I
Same
finished
thing.
Baldur's Gate. That's about it.
Still an accomplishment.
I haven't beaten it. So
Also, kept everybody alive. Only romanced the right romance.
The right one?
We all know who it is.
Oh yeah,
We all
do.
know who it is. And yeah, I was disappointed at the ending. I'll be perfectly honest.
You were disappointed at the ending you got.
Well, yeah, I finished the whole thing.
Well, there's a lot of endings, bruh.
I know. I did the hero's ending, so you know. And you're like, oh, that was the last boss. Okay, thanks for that.
Oh, look at there. We got intro repeat. Let's go. Obsessed with my new faders. It was bound to happen.
Great game. I can't wait to now do the Dark Urge and really play the way I wanted to play the whole time.
Oh, the urge.
The Urge.
Love it. Well, the first big announcement over here, if you guys were in tune and over in the Discord, exclamation Discord in the chat, join on up. You guys would have heard the announcement today that we moved all the games back fully into D&D 5e, aka the original RoBear E. So you guys should see some simplicity out there in the audience and inside their own player character sheets. If you want a full breakdown of why we done it, you can go over to the Discord and check it out, but it should be a little bit easier for everyone now. So enjoy the ride. We will also be posting official RoBear E notes in 2024, so you guys can know exactly what kind of homebrew changes that we like to make. Big goals here in 2024. We got to do something because they all just noticed that Stormforge is finally caught up to Merrowstrand now. So
it's scary. It's scary.
It's a damn shame.
Gotta beat him
We
back.
started so much earlier than they did. So much earlier.
We're the OGs. We're the first child, and middle child caught up to us.
And then will surpass us. That's what happens. That's always what happens to the firstborn.
yeah.
Hey,
You
speaking
bring
of
home a
middle-
couple A's and think you're hot. Just
Yeah. Speaking as a middle child, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
And yes, I did just get in town like 30 minutes ago to be able to make this happen. Big shout out to my buddy Tim and Molly, who took me in while I was in DC extra time thanks to freezing rain. I was able to work on the campaign and get ourselves ready for this evening. So if it weren't for them, we would not be here, or the Chipotle right around the street. Thank you for still being the life hack of like being cheaper than groceries. So big shout out to you guys.
It's still nuts.
A burrito bowl that is 3 meals. You can't beat it.
Ugh.
Can't beat it.
Just don't get suckered into the chips. The chips is not. Just skip the chips. Get chips elsewhere.
We need to pick up where we left off. In a climatic battle for Akiko's sanity. You guys were transported to a different dimension, into a plane of ice, in combat with divination itself. A demigod by the name of Devaya. Proving to be the source that has bridged the gap between some of Tarben's ancient stories of the Tempest and what Akiko has been going through. With the academics there to witness, Akiko and the party were able to vanquish the test and finally put the curse behind her, revealing it to be Talos all this time. Akiko choosing to continue to fight the storm even within her lowest moment before sinking beneath depths of the ice. You were able to take back hold of yourself, the storm, and have an interesting meeting with the god of the plains in Gale Everstorm. With a renewed focus and full control of your Tempest abilities. Now being in 5e, a full-blown storm sorcerer. We pick back up after a much needed long rest. With a sip secured for the Fae, still inside the Fae dock. You guys are going to wake up rested and ready to finally tackle the looming problem that has been here the entire time. The corruption that Grimfiler has continued to spread from Boghala and through the realm. Same goes, even though you're in a new character sheet. Constitution saving throws.
There you go.
I'm sleepy.
New sheet, who dis? There we go.
Oh,
It's so close.
almost a 1, man.
Tarben Forgepaw with a 21 at the top of the list. Christian Geller right behind with a 20. I'll have both of you waking up around the same time back in the beachfront property.
Not even ours anymore.
It's technically ours, kind of, maybe, sort of.
We're
Squatters'
renting.
rights.
Subleasing from Theris Galarum still.
Ugh,
That guy.
I hate my landlord. Uh, I would say, Christian, after everything that transpired with Akiko and the fighting of a demigod and all of that, and then kind of coming to a head and kind of contemplating all of that, also realizing that there is a extremely large looming threat that, although we've accomplished a lot, I think he's very concerned with the time that's been spent and what that's actually done to Bud's home, how much it spread, all that kind of stuff. So I think he's up early and probably hasn't even started coffee yet, but I think if Tarben comes down, you'd see him in the back, kind of facing out towards the ocean. And he would be meditating and concentrating and yeah, I think he would just be kind of out there in his moment early in the morning, just kind of ready to go, but also worried about what all has actually happened that we haven't seen yet.
Your mood is so diametrically opposed to Tarben's as he wakes up this morning. He almost leaps out of bed. You can hear him kip up out of his mattresses as those two big bare feet pop onto that floor, and he swings open that door, and you can almost hear a music in his footsteps as he top down the stairs. It's a beautiful day to get out on the sea. Gonna kick some Grunfiler ass, just watch me. As he makes his way over to the coffee pot, not even paying attention to you being moody over by the window, just absolutely on cloud 9. He's in a mood. He's feeling good about himself and about exactly where we are. And imagine I'm not holding back any noise. I'm not being quiet. Cabinets are slamming. Coffee beans are grinding. I'm here to wake up the house, and we're gonna get things started.
I think probably hearing all of that, Christian would he'd have a little smirk just hearing you singing and kind of doing your thing. He would probably have a little smirk to that, but then he'd get up and he'd kind of walk in. Sorry, I didn't get the coffee going.
That's all right. I'm glad you didn't. I'm gonna make it extra strong. Gotta get these people out of bed. We gotta get moving. We got to make up for lost time. We've got things to do.
That we do. I'm hopeful that not too much time has passed, but I guess time will tell.
I'm not too worried about it. If half of Bud's people are as resilient as he is, then I think we got a chance.
That is true. What did you make of everything that happened?
Tarben kind of sits back and thinks about that for a second. I think someone found their way. I think Akiko might actually start believing that she can do what we all believe she can do. And she can control it.
Yeah. The hardest part.
She's strong enough. She just has to believe herself. You know that. I know that. Now, She knows that.
Yeah. I think you should make that coffee extra strong.
I've got a few scoops in, and I look at you, and the last scoop just kind of spills over the edge of the little coffee filter. I'm not opposed to grinds in my coffee.
That's fine. We're gonna need all that we can get, I think. We should probably get the others up too. Surprised they haven't heard you.
Definitely wasn't trying to be quiet.
Pal has like already made his way down the stairs, hearing the noises. I don't know whose room he was in, but he's coming down the stairs.
Whoa. These are bold assumptions.
I don't know what room. I don't know.
We're making a roll on that. You need to go ahead and make I would say a wisdom save for Pal.
Make an assessment.
It's a low roll.
Pal didn't even make it to either of your rooms. Pal was so tired that he laid his flat back, much like a pooch would, against the long wooden rail just stretched between both of your rooms, where his snout just gets the opening underneath the door for Akiko, and his tail is poking underneath yours.
That tracks. That very much tracks. He's a friend to all.
He's got to have his blankie, though. At least one of us would have still threw his blankie on there.
Oh,
because he has a special one.
It's the one that's all covered in smell.
It's the most spoiled gator in the history of all D&D.
No doubt the most spoiled gator.
He's a sweet boy. What do you want from him? He's a sweet boy.
Krak, you would be banging around inside your room now.
Krak is like just kind of updating things, seeing what has transpired to just kind of like tighten all the loose bolts and nuts and everything from all of his adventuring here, and eventually will make his way down, with Blueberry in tow, and he's almost riding Blueberry at this point. The little guy's gotten a little chunky.
Had to think there for a second for Blueberry.
I hear Blueberry. Morning, gents.
He's been practicing his Blanca roll down the steps. And it tucks and goes for it. Spilling out usually into Pal.
Yeah, I would imagine they've developed a little bit of a dogs in the house type of relationship, right? Where they definitely the one big one, the one little one that's got a lot of energy.
There's a lot of that. This.
Yeah.
He never snips at him, but he just does the a lot of crocodile snorting, no doubt.
Yeah. Krak is just like always trying to think of new things, and seeing Blueberry do his Blanca roll. He's trying to figure out how, when Blueberry's big enough, I can still ride him while he does the roll.
I think Bud's gonna be looking out his window first to see. Well, I guess we're gonna be going back to Bog Holla now. And he looks out the window. What does the weather look like outside right now?
Akiko. Your new ability. called Storm Guide. You have the ability to subtly control the weather around you. If it's raining, you can use an action to stop the rain in a 20-foot radius. You can cause the wind to stop blowing. But more importantly, now that you are a storm guide, you may roll our weather check with advantage. Just 2d20s.
Oh, brother.
I remember a storm bubble.
Don't give me nostalgic now.
Two advantage. See if I can do this correctly.
Oh.
15 and a 4.
Don't worry about that one.
It's actually just a 15.
It was cloudy, and then I woke up and I went,
And this is exactly what you see. You're like,
we're in a good mood today.
Oh God! There was like surf coming in, and it's like you're in the Truman Show. This is the moment you realize maybe I am in the Matrix.
Oh no!
It is a good day to set sail.
Okay. Yeah. Well, it sounds like Tarben's downstairs, and we gotta get. Oh man, we got so much stuff we gotta get together. I hope it hasn't been too long. And he's gonna grab all his stuff and head downstairs. I hope everybody's ready. I feel like we got a bad day coming. We'll see.
It's a good day. Working for purpose. Traveling. All of us together.
Yeah, but why do I feel so nervous?
Going home.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's probably the main reason.
Trust me, I had the same nerves. Drink some of this coffee, it'll help. So I can't do the first cup.
That'll do. That's more caffeine. That's it. That's what calms me down. You know me so well. He's just gonna start pounding the cup of coffee.
Maybe we should limit
What
your
calms my
intake.
nerves every time. Yep. Oh, this is so good. I feel it just coursing through me already. I can think of all the things we've already forgotten to not put on the boat. This is great. I love this.
You can hear a trident thrown into the side on the front porch. I was riding a monster wave, and then it just stopped. It died out of nowhere.
Okay, you saw that too? Because I saw that from the room, and I thought that maybe I was just losing my marbles or something. I don't know.
I sunk like 15 feet into the water. I could have gone all the way back to the Warden's Lodge if I wanted to.
Oh, jeez. You think... What? Do you think that was Akiko?
Of course not.
No, she can't do that, right?
Yeah, I don't think so.
By the way,
What is
everyone rolled
Akiko?
but Akiko.
No, she did. She's a 9.
I did.
I don't see it.
Yeah, I got. What?
She's 9.
He's
Right above
9.
Tarben.
He's above Tarben.
Between Bud and
Oh, man. Yeah, I need to
yeah, that's what I
reevaluate
said.
my.
I was like, I'm sleepy. Don't worry about
I
me.
need to reevaluate my priorities in reading. Akiko, how do you roll out this morning?
So, I get to roll out of bed and just like big stretch in the window, looking outside, and it's so clear. Not just the sky, like I feel clear, and it's so refreshing, and it's just like such a light, literally just a light feeling to just my mind and everything. And so I'm gonna go over to my bag. I'm gonna pull out my notebook that I was going back and forth with my angry self. And I'm just gonna kind of place my hand on it. I'm gonna put it on the shelf. I'm gonna take it out of my bag and I'm gonna leave it behind. Just to kind of close that chapter out a little bit. and I'm gonna smell the coffee, and I'm look over at the door, and I try and open it. There's a giant alligator keeping my door closed. So I'm gonna just push.
Keeping
it.
your door safe. It's keeping your door safe. Come on.
He's actually come back up after not seeing you downstairs. He's actually and gone all the way up. His little eyes. He's been waiting to get in.
Kinda peer over the door and look at him like, okay, together. And we're gonna go back downstairs together and meet up with everybody else.
Oh, he gets so excited as he goes all the way over the stairs. He kicks out his small little legs and he slides perfectly.
It's so good.
There's actually a little bit of water that Markos is drenched in, so you slide a little bit more to where he can actually do his Tokyo drift.
I would imagine what the stair edges look like after the amount of times that alligator has gone down those stairs.
There's a smooth little oval that's just enough. Like a waxed car hood.
So I guess we're doing it today? Is that Are we gonna go to Bog Holla? Well, maybe not Bog Holla quite. I don't even know where we're going. We need to go to the swamp. Is what we're trying to get to.
It's a giant smelly goat. How hard could it be to find?
I grew up in those swamps and it's pretty easy to get lost. Not gonna lie, pretty easy to get lost.
Does
That's what you're here for.
Everything smell like a giant smelly goat in your house?
No goat smelling. Nope.
Okay.
It's rather large region though, right? Like we're talking hundreds of miles.
I mean, getting to it should be pretty easy with a new fancy ship, but then like once we get there, I don't really even know.
Speaking of which, your teacher, your headmaster, we should probably check on them before we leave, right?
That's probably reasonable. I don't remember where we left Yara.
Yeah, I don't know. How do we get... We can't exactly call.
I think Markos has it figured out.
I don't know. I brought them here with Tarben and the rest of them. They had conversations when we left.
I mean, they know where we're going. Do we need anything from them?
Akiko, roll a history check.
Okay. Oh. Put my sheet away.
You've been expelled. No. Sorry.
That's a good roll.
Oh,
And
name.
it finally comes back to you that post of the events of your battle with Devea, that they have gone over to the Black Kettle, got themselves a room after the events, and have been there. You did have conversations afterwards, but you said any prolonged study would have to wait until you deal with the corruption in Bog Holla. A natural understanding after they've seen you literally control the storm, both inside and outside. You convey this to the rest of the group, and anybody that actually looks outside towards the Black Kettle, you can see them also as about as shaky as Bud is as they're breaking open coffee and the academics are beginning to talk. And it's a good juxtaposition of a place you would never think that you would see these old robes in, but they look like hammered hell, only washed up slightly, still a bit maimed from the events that transpired, but alive nonetheless.
Cool. So, I mean, we can see them on our way out. Do we need to stop for more supplies?
I think Actually, Markos, you said that you had already got the vessel up with wooden supplies, right?
Supplies are taken care of.
Okay, yeah.
That was the easy part.
And the ship's thawed out?
Luckily, thanks to you, yes. However, it will weigh on my mind exactly what transpired.
Later problem. Right now, smelly goat.
Oh, and then you realize that you have the maintenance man.
Oh, Brian? Whatever heck his name was.
Dave, I don't remember.
Buster.
Tim, the Tool Man Taylor.
Has he been here the whole time?
It was
and
Dylan.
we just didn't notice?
Dylan. Dylan, the
Dylan,
maintenance man.
Damn it, Dylan.
I just imagine we all turn to like look at him and realize that he's still there.
There is a shed that's in the back. It's an old pottery shed. And that is where Dylan is currently held captive with supplies. He has had food and water that's back there. You have not left him with
monsters.
with nothing, but he is currently held captive in your potting shed, aka Tarben Smokehouse / Forge. As there was not a lot of room in the beachfront property, it is where the
The bear
smoked
shed.
meats and the animal are.
What?
It's
Oh
very true
shit,
to life.
Dylan. That's right. Ooh, I forgot about that little weasel.
Yeah, you might want some coffee.
He might want out.
Oh, we can't do that.
I mean,
We're
he was
gonna have to figure something out with him.
an accomplice of some sorts, right? I mean, like he was there.
Just cleaning the place up.
Hey, he's not like a good guy. Maybe we can.
I mean, a paycheck's a paycheck, and we don't know how long we're going to be gone. How do you hire a babysitter for a captive?
What if we make him house sit?
I'd rather just kill him and bury him in the backyard.
That's fair. I guess.
Why don't we just lock him up and then we come back and we can talk to him then?
We
Or
could be
can
gone for
question
like
him now.
months.
Like a day.
He had
you
knocked
don't
out multiple people and was planning to do something nefarious.
I don't know if he was the one that did the knocking out.
We can always
Maybe.
go ask him.
Yeah, we
If he
could.
really was just there for a paycheck, I mean, house sitting might not be a bad idea, because we're kind of gross.
Yeah. Let's go have a conversation.
Okay, I'm down. I'll bring an extra cup in case he woos me over. Maybe I'll give it to him. Otherwise, I'll have more coffee for me.
That's exactly what you need, too.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Then you can do all the talking.
Oh, I'm pretty sure that's going to happen anyways.
I was gonna say.
Oh, Dylan! So- You still in there,
creep
bud?
up and he looks through the window. You can see he runs kind of back and posts up against the back wall.
No need to be feral. It's okay. Things have calmed down now. We're starting. I really just kind of want to get an idea as to what the heck you were doing at the headmaster's house and why you were covering up a weird hostage situation.
Persuasion check, disadvantage.
That's fair.
Oh, that's
Left control for disadvantage.
Same one, shift, control. 20. I don't really want to talk about it here,
What's wrong with here?
Well, I don't know where here is, and I've been in here for a while.
Okay. I mean, we can go into the house if you want. We're down here in old Provoco.
Looking from his perspective, that frog face of yours, short up against the window, it's not much different than the raptor's face in Jurassic Park.
Hey, how's it going? and it just gets misted over from the coffee that he can't see, but is fogging the glass every once in a while.
Oh God,
Did he even see the rest of us?
He's on drugs.
He knows Markos.
You guys came back before we got home.
He knows Tarben. He's deathly afraid of Tarben.
Okay.
Dude has a lump on his head the size of a grapefruit.
That's my fault. I gave it to him.
Yeah, why don't you just come inside and we'll talk it out.
Why don't you just let me go?
Well, because we found you at the headmaster's house with all three of them locked up with manacles, and you were being evasive and telling us that you were there watching the place when you were actually covering something up.
You don't even know what you're dealing with.
That's part of why I'm asking, actually.
That kind of makes sense, but are you just gonna leave me in here?
Well, it depends on how helpful you are with information. There's potential that we might need a house sitter, and I do know that you can actually sit at houses and do things. So I don't know.
What?
Look, he's good cop. I'm bad cop. Okay, answer the question, or I'm gonna start taking toes.
What would you take toes?
He likes to start with the big one.
You're just as awful as the people that put me here.
And
Well,
those people
I'd
would
love to know who those people are.
Persuasion check, disadvantage.
Me?
Yeah, you.
It wasn't intimidating. It was more persuasive. I was
Toe threatener.
I was really trying to be intimidating. But all right, persuasion.
You're asking him for something still.
Too bad.
Yes.
Disadvantage.
I want my toes. I want my toes.
I hate it. Is it a disadvantage? Oh. Was it? Really?
Since you're going for my toes, I'll let it be.
Oh, nice. Get them 20s in chat, man.
He takes out a side satchel. I don't even want this blood money anymore. I don't want it. I couldn't back out after I found out what it was. And he just slings it across. And there's about 100 gold coins that go rolling out.
Who gave you the money, Dylan?
He kind of disassociates and stares off at the side towards Tarben's forge.
It's okay. You can tell us.
What happens? What happens when they find me?
Well, I don't even know who they are, so I don't know, but it doesn't sound like it's very good if you're talking about blood money and what you've been a part of, but I mean, well, maybe we could even be of help with this. Seems like you don't have anybody watching your back right now, so, I don't know.
And
Maybe
if you
you tell
have
me
their
what you
money
think
and
they could
didn't
do.
complete the job, might be in a bad position with them anyways.
They just paid me to keep doing my job. That's why I didn't leave. I just kept doing what they told me to do. I don't know where they came from. But they weren't from here. They could move like room to room. Disappear. Just nothing but mist. You never knew when they were gonna pop up next. Just bam, they'd be right there. That's all I can think about in my dreams. They just keep showing up.
They didn't happen to have any sharp teeth, did they?
Sharp teeth.
Yeah, like the canines.
Real pale, like they haven't seen the sun in a while or ever.
Oh, well, they were pale, but they weren't from here. I can tell you that.
Okay.
What did they look like? What was their names?
I don't have any names. And go by names. They didn't. They went through my boss. That's how I got the money, but they would check back up on us. They looked a lot of different ways. But they wore the same dreary clothes, grays mostly, studded leathers. It was elves, dwarves. They all had this kind of gloom about them. They were bad news. When they get angry, yeah. Like they would throw things the same way as they traveled before. A knife would disappear and show up right next to your head. They wouldn't let anybody leave. I don't know what they were. I've never seen anything like it. They weren't Merfolk. They weren't anybody from Old Provoco that I've ever seen. Strange people.
Well, what was the last job that they had you do? Was it just to watch that
You
house?
saw
or-
what I was doing. I had to take care of the house. Any kind of mess that they made, just keep taking care of it. I didn't even know that those guys were back there. They wouldn't let me in.
That's what that insight will be on then. On that line that he said right there. He didn't know those guys were back there.
He's pretty nervous and worked up. So it's going to be difficult to tell if he's lying or not. He's in a pretty aggravated state.
Okay.
You said they worked through your boss. Who's your boss?
Buster.
Buster.
Yeah.
Does Buster have a last name?
Dave.
Okay, I'm gonna insight check because I'm pretty sure that's not a real name. Buster Dave.
David.
Buster Dave.
Now got one. Actually, it's
Buster Dave.
Yeah, 100% Buster Dave.
Write that down, Buster Dave.
It only became Buster Dave because we couldn't remember his name, and we said Steve, Buster, and Dave. So
yeah, I mean, I've never heard of Buster Dave, but I've heard of Dave and Buster's.
I don't know what that is.
That's fine. It's
Buster's is the family name. It's
Yeah.
complicated.
So you think that they told you to just keep the house clean and what, anybody that came and asked questions, you just were to just get rid of them?
I threw the money to you. I'm a maintenance man. What am I supposed to do? They paid me to shut up? What, I was supposed to leave my job? What are you going to do? Come protect me and come feed my family? I don't think so. I don't want anything to do with it. I don't want anything to do with you. I don't want to have to do anything with them. I just want to go back and do my job.
I don't know if that's even possible anymore. And not by our accounts, but they paid you money to do something. You're involved or indebted. Just going back to life as it was, I don't think is an option for you anymore.
What are you going to do? Just keep me chained up back here? You going to take my toes? Is that what you're going to do? So I can't even work?
No. I'm not going to take your toes.
It sounded real convincing.
I'm good at what I do.
Well, what are your options really here? I mean, you go back, you keep living in fear, doing things that are putting you in danger.
Why do I have to answer anyone's questions in here? Why am I being detained?
I think you know.
You were in a house with 3 individuals who were chained up in a room. You were shooing us away. I think even you could see why you're a person of interest.
And what authority?
The authority of the Purple Veil. And Butt'll flash his badge.
I don't even know what that is.
We are the Seekers of Truth.
Well, Seekers of Truth, you don't look like any city guards of Provoco, so if you wouldn't mind.
Oh, is that who you want to talk to? Is the city gods?
At this point, Markos is going to step in. What are you doing?
He asked for a lawyer.
Why are you wasting your time over here?
Well, we got at least a little bit of information out of this guy. I don't think he's got much more for us.
Well, let him keep his money. He did his job. He sucked at it, but he did it.
I don't even think he wants it.
I'm gonna pick up his coin purse.
Ah! It's a big bear!
Relax. I'm not gonna hit you this time, Dylan. Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Who do you have at home?
Actually,
Was it-
hit a button.
Who's at
I
home?
was gonna say, what are you doing?
What do you mean, who's at home?
Said who's gonna protect your family. I'm asking
What are you
who's
going to
at
come
home.
after my family? Do you have my family right now?
No. Hold out your hand.
No!
I already told you I'm not gonna hit you.
Actions
your
speak
hand.
louder than words!
Can I reach out and try and grab his hand?
Ah! He just screams.
I'm just gonna real gently put the gold pouch back in his hand.
I don't want it. He's gonna throw it through one of the windows.
That tracks.
I'm just gonna look at him.
I was giving you that for who's at home. Because you can't go back to work where you were. The people who gave you that money are going to hold you accountable for it. You needed to disappear. For you and them. We're not going to keep you here. In fact, if you don't find that money, you're a dead man as it is, and so are they. Don't do business with shady people.
I've worked for the university my whole life. This is not my fault.
We're all accountable for our decisions that we make. Take your money. Get out of here.
I'll undo the manacles on him.
Give him a coffee.
I already drank it.
Gosh.
It's taking too long. It was a very interesting story.
Sorry that I hit you. At the time was the only way I had to pacify you. Forgive us believe we're bad people, but the people who gave you that money and gave you that job, they are. Now we're looking to put a hurt on them. But I can't guarantee that if you don't take that money and disappear, that they won't find you before we find them.
Well, where am I supposed to go?
That bag had about 100 gold in it. Go anywhere, start fresh.
Is that my family?
With your
You
family.
absolutely should go get them.
How are you on a ship?
Let's roll for that.
Is he actually Dylan the Navigator? Whoa!
Look,
We got a shipmaster.
I completely buy his story because I rolled a nat one. So I'm like, well, you know, if you want to be safe for a while, you just work our ship. We need crew, right? Like extra
Exactly.
hands, you
Part of
know,
the ship,
bring
part of
his
the crew.
family along at least, you know.
If we have room for the family, since it's just us.
Not bad. A little above average.
There's been far worse. Yeah, that's his survival role.
And he'd be safe.
Look,
You know, everybody does a little bit of time. An old Provico,
Right.
they know their way around. Yes, the rigging. Yeah.
I was never gonna take your toes as an intimidation tactic. I'm with the wardens. Actually, I am the city guard you wanted to speak with.
You know, that's really up, right?
Yeah, it is. But
That's not even the craziest thing he's ever threatened either. That's
Yeah, honestly, I think we've all kind of.
But look, at the very
tolerable
least,
when you get to know him.
It's like the oldest cop.
just kind of like looks over at Akiko like, kind of a compliment. Like what? It's like, it's just, huh? It's like, look, like Tarben said, you can't just go back to your life as it was, at least for now. And we're about to embark on a very long adventure, and we could use extra hands on the ship. You could bring your family. It could be safety for a while.
I'm bringing my family on a
money.
ship.
I also would not recommend bringing the family onto the ship either.
Not an adventurer.
It's a ship. We're going off the ship to do the tough work.
We could use a couple extra hands on the deck.
But or maybe there's a different city that we could drop them off on the way.
I'm relocating.
You stay here. There is no guarantee that you survive. If these people are as scary and shadow, mysterious, creepy They paid you to do a job. That job went south, regardless of your role in it.
They paid my
Loose ends.
boss off. I didn't take this. I didn't want to be here.
You have the money. You're involved.
If they squeeze your boss, he's gonna shout your name.
Buster Dave. Buster Dave is only going to hold out for so long.
I don't want anybody to squeeze my boss.
But if
I mean,
you
like,
want to stay, it's your choice. I'm
Yeah,
not going to hold you. I just can't account for you or your family's safety.
We got stuff we got to get going today. So I mean, I guess the offer's on the table. Boat's down at the port. We'll see if we see you. If not, sayonara.
Roll a persuasion check. One from Christian, one from Pal or Bud.
Oh, God.
Christian,
Stop
you're on a string of
talking.
Hey, your toes actually are looking pretty good.
Yeah.
Christian,
I know
Yes.
you're in a
Deep-fried
bad mood
dough.
this morning, but geez.
Adam is back, baby.
Why am I like this, man? We go back to 5e, and next thing you know, it's all ones again. I'm back, guys.
Yeah. Sorry about the window. She kind of shakes
Okay.
the cuffs off.
Yeah, we don't like our landlord anyway. He'll fix it.
Who's your landlord?
It's a long story.
It's a long story.
We can tell you over the boat ride, but not
All
at
of us
the
just
I'm
kind of
gonna-
look down and just like, oh God.
I've been in a suit my whole life. What are you talking about? You think I know everybody around here?
Yeah, you don't know this fella.
Well, he might.
You ever heard the name Theris Galerum?
Cleaning guy might overhear some things.
Theris Galerum?
Yeah.
You gotta be shitting me.
Okay. So is this the shady
Can I
fella
give
you've
him
been
my
doing
cup
deals
of
with?
coffee?
No, he. It's like a boogeyman. That's
Yeah.
they're not.
Yep. Ain't nobody ever seen him.
Yeah,
Well, the boogeyman owns our house.
somebody's got a sick sense of humor. There's Galerum's not real. That's,
What makes you say that?
you see him, you tell me.
Oh,
He walks out and he picks up the bag of gold.
I'm calling it now. Dylan is Theris Galerum. I'm calling it now. It's like 700 episodes later. Dylan? It's Theris. Damn it!
Kaiser Soze. Okay. I get it. How about and he takes the bag and he hands it back over to you, Bud. I don't know what the purple thing means, but like if you could get this to my family while I'm gone, I'll disappear. Tell them to meet me at some port along the way. That kind of makes a little bit more sense, right?
So wait. I'm sending a note to them for them to meet you where?
Could we stop by and leave it with the headmaster?
I don't know how that conversation's gonna go.
We got a lot of pull.
No, I just want it. Just hey, can you send that money to my family? If there's, then they can come. You know, if I get dropped off somewhere along the way, like you said, then I can send them that way. Well, like here, he pulls 20 cold coins out of it, leaves 80 in the rest.
Okay.
I'll have enough to be able to get a hold of them.
Okay.
If you say I'm dead if I go back home or if I go to work, then I believe you. After all, he didn't cut off my toes.
Nope. Everybody's got the toes.
Just because I'm pretty sure this has happened once before, but I don't fully remember. It's been a while. But I'm going to cast Detect Magic, and I want to look and see if there's any magic traces on the gold, like it's trackable or something. Like if there's anything on the gold that's like hidden, or like any magical sigils or anything that's like, oh, if you have this gold in your person, then I'm always going to know where you're at.
Nothing magical as you detect, but when you do go to look at the surface of these coins, they are self-minted. They are not of the realm.
Which lines up with what he was saying about the people not being from here. Okay.
No non-sequentials here.
Right.
Look, you may not be my biggest fan, but I'd take one coin. I'm gonna take one of these for us in case we need to reference it. I'm gonna hand it to Bud.
I had the bag. Yeah.
This could be useful in the future.
Absolutely.
And then I will take one of my gold pieces and I will put it in the bag and just refund it. We'll make sure your family gets it.
I have to go by the post office anyway.
All right. Okay. I'm at your service.
That does mean you're coming with us, at least for a little while. So that's what we're saying, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Very good. Well, how many other people do we need to turn into a ship crew?
I think it's mostly covered, but maybe we get him some breakfast and such before we leave.
Oh yeah, coffee. I got some more coffee. Head inside and I will go find more coffee.
Too much coffee.
Frog legs move so fast when he's all wired.
Let's go write that letter to your family.
All right. Sounds like a plan.
I will say just as everyone like leaves and goes back in, there's just a quick moment where Christain stays in the shed, and he just kind of like looks at like I would say kind of a little bit of the reflection in the glass, and he just to himself, you have to be better, and he just kind of like slams down on the table, and he just kind of like, it's a different world, and then he proceeds back in and follows the rest of the troop, but he just takes that moment.
Markos, do you have any maps?
Of course I have maps. Why would I not have maps?
Because I'm still not quite sure if I understand exactly how we're gonna take this big old boat to the swamp. Closest dock I even know of is in Bog Hollow proper, and I mean do we want to just try to roll right up into their dock?
Pulls out one of the living newspapers and he shows you the level of corruption and flood.
Yeah, see, exactly.
There's a large entry point now.
Oh.
This stuff is leaked into the ice flow, but Christain is right. Each hour, each day that we've taken, this situation has only gotten worse.
Yes, that has been weighing on me.
We haven't had much choice.
No, we haven't. Doesn't make it any easier to swallow, though.
You know, I'm gonna throw this out here. I mean, we all saw what happened yesterday with Akiko and the lightning boy that came, right? God, whatever you want to call him, right? He just kind of like flew.
He was not a boy. He was definitely a man with that jawline.
He was a man, whatever. I'm just saying, you think with the sheer amount of corruption and chaos that this creature and entity is doing, you think he'd stick around and help out, right?
I kind of wondered that, actually. Yeah. Maybe he's got bigger fish to fry.
I don't know. But yeah, we need to get on that boat. We need to get going.
We need to make one more correspondence. We need to send something out to 8670309.
He's with us, right?
Didn't he die?
Or is Krak the only one?
Is
that
he in a
knows that?
bottle?
He's still.
We don't know what happened to him. Krak is the only one who knows.
Krak is the only one who knows, right? Okay, yeah.
So that's why I'm like, didn't he die? Like, I'm confused. Like, what?
We lost track of him.
I think I can get a message to him.
What do you mean you can get a message to a dead vampire?
Not dead. Him and I connected on a very ethereal level.
What did you do to
Do you
him?
have a vampire in your pocket, Krak?
No, he connects it with him to the Bite app.
What does that mean?
I don't know what an app is. Besides an appetizer.
It's a thing you have before dinner.
Yeah.
What do you mean? Time out. I thought, didn't they all perish? Like,
God,
I
it's
saw them
like
all.
it's been a month since we dealt with all of this.
Right. Well, let's get the message out. I guess we can invite them onto the ship, right?
What?
At this point, if they're still alive, I don't know. Or not alive, but
I mean, we watched all of them die, didn't we?
That's what I'm saying. But he's saying message. I don't know. I don't know anymore. I
Maybe you
saw.
need some more
I
coffee.
don't know what happened to him. He was just gone.
Yeah.
Fine.
Krak,
If you say
how
if
are
you
you-
say he's dead, then he's dead.
Well, I don't know. Krak, how are you going to
He
get a
didn't say
message
he's
to him?
dead.
Krak said he has a way. How are you going to get a message to him, Krak?
Well, I'll just talk to him, man. It's not that hard.
What? What is going on? Someone tell me.
What do you mean you're going to talk to him?
Hold on. And
Dylan is going to look over at
upstairs.
Tarben and goes, I understand why you just hit people.
Sometimes it's easier just to cut through the nonsense.
It's a good looking forge you got back there, by the way.
You dabble?
Yeah, I had plenty of time, to kind of look it up and down when you guys kept me there for overnight. I lit a small fire in there for warmth.
Oh, it's just to keep you good and warm. That's for sure.
It wasn't the greatest. I'm kind of damp everywhere. I pissed myself. When you guys ran in the room, when I had the bucket,
Sorry.
I tried to.
We're a little over caffeinated this morning. It was my fault.
That's
gave
okay.
Bud my extra strong brew.
I'm glad you hit me instead. If I would have jumped out the window, it would have been way worse.
Oh yeah, you'd have been dead. Markos barely made the jump.
What? Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yes, I watched him groan when he hit the ground. He was, carrying two bodies too.
That's like
so,
what they
I
do
mean,
for a living. Is he like should he actually just be retired or something?
Nah, I mean, I wouldn't go. I wouldn't go toe to toe with Markos. Do you?
I look at it, it's an old man's strength, but old man land on his feet, you know.
I was landed on his feet, but I heard that groan. That old noise, that noise they make, old people.
He's not a cat.
It's an old arthritic Triton. Yeah, that's weird, man. Well,
Krak, you were telling us about 8675309.
And like Krak comes around the corner and he just has the bottle out, stopper still in. And he's like, everybody say hello to 8675. And on the bottle it literally is written at 8675.
it just
You're just keeping him in a bottle?
What happened to 309?
oh god, you make sure because
Those
there's
are the toes.
there's plenty of daylight inside this room, so you're kind of like
Well, I've made the little lantern for him so that I can put him in the lantern and carry him around in the daylight.
yes, he is he is in the kerosene
Turn
lantern.
it into Tinkerbell.
100%.
Oh, I got it. Wait, I
I
know.
didn't turn him into anything. I didn't turn him into anything.
It's not working. I don't know.
No amount of clapping will come back from where I'll send you.
Listen, when he went down, I'm assuming they can't talk right now. But when he went down, I had a stroke of genius, and the stuff that I made from Tarben's blood, I just poured on the ghosty guy, and he really ate that up and just put him in a bottle.
So has he? So we don't actually know if he's still alive.
So that's
No,
him.
I can hear some things that he says. This is like a state in between.
Krak, I want you to roll a 1d100 to see how many days to stabilize him.
Oh.
Oh, 4 days away from being nice.
When
60.
we get back, then we'll be able to do it. It's
Oh, geez.
he makes note. 65
Just in
days.
time for
This
Christmas.
is Krak's lantern.
Next year.
So he just can't we just can't expose him to sunlight, running water. I'm not sure about the garlic thing. I don't know if that's real.
I would probably imagine a good gust of wind would not be good for him in his current state either.
Well, no, he'll still survive that.
Oh,
I mean,
Think
he's
of
in a
things that he
lantern,
won't
so
survive.
gotcha. Okay. Yep.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
well, that's
When were you gonna tell us? When he
surprising.
just came back?
Yes.
What else are you
Okay.
hiding in your pockets?
I don't think you want to answer that question.
I think that list would mean that we were not gonna make it for our date with the Grim Phyla.
Well, that's good to know information.
Tarben. Bud. Akiko.
Bud still has a twitch every once in a while from when he tried to unlock the manacles that were magically imbued.
Oh, there, buddy.
Yeah.
Get that cool skull tattoo on your neck still, though, right?
It's now very infected.
Oh, God, no.
I can
Let's
fix that.
go have a conversation with Headmaster Yoro.
Yeah, that's probably not a bad idea.
Everyone else, let's get ready to sail. Dylan? He points over the Fey dock. It's over there. I promise.
Oh yeah, that's right. You don't know about that trick.
Okay,
one
what do
more
you-
crazy thing about us. We have
You
an
know what?
invisible boat.
I'll walk him over there.
What the?
Part of the ship, part of the crew.
Just bonk me again next time. No, don't really go say because I freaking use my toes. As he looks up over at Christian. You ever take that thing off?
What, the helmet?
Yeah, you wear that inside?
Usually.
Scary as hell, man.
Yeah. I just slap him on the back. Let's go lift a
Oh, God! Why you gotta me like that? This day just keeps getting weirder.
Just wait until you get to the dock.
He looks at himself too, like, oh, it's better than cleaning up after those guys. Whatever they were.
We'll get you a change of clothes as well.
Gonna give himself a sniff. Thanks. I forgot about that.
I looked at my spell list. I don't have prestidigitation.
Yes, you do.
Digitation.
Everybody has it.
Prestidigitation.
Everybody's got it for free. If you're a spellcaster, you have Druidcraft, Prestidigitation, or Thaumaturgy.
I slap him on the back and clean him up. On second thought, you'll be fine.
Oh, that's fancy.
Lavender.
I never would have struck you as a lavender guy. But don't take this the wrong way.
I don't take this the wrong way, but I hope you never struck me.
Be strong. Are you sure that thing is right? We're walking to nowhere. It trains off in the distance.
Right.
Headmaster Yarrow is just staring off into the ocean. That stoic old man in his robes, basically by himself. There's just that pile of bacon that the Black Kettle is known for as Tarben, Markos, Bud, and Akiko approach. Well, that was some spectacle. His head's still not even turning around.
Slide right in next to him and just take one of those bacon pieces.
As he can look down on his hands and literally see the static electricity raising up the hairs on the back of his wrist. It's not hard to tell when you're around.
It's electric.
Indeed. It seems that we have more to worry about than even the corruption in the Grim Filer. We seem to have our own corruption within our ranks.
Yeah, we had a little chat with your little maintenance man Dylan earlier.
Oh, we stole your janitor.
Understandable.
Do you have any idea who locked you up and knocked you guys out?
We were all at a university function before everything went so dark.
What kind of function?
Literally celebrating the provost arriving to monitor you.
Okay.
And I wasn't invited?
Well, no, we were going to meet. Obviously, it was a typical university party before we set sail. You
wouldn't want to go to that party anyways, Akiko. It's just lame. Lame old dudes.
In all defense, at this point, Akiko was unsure of her abilities. Not exactly what you have at the party for the evaluator. It doesn't matter. That's what happened, and then we woke up in manacles.
So, who all knew you guys were meeting up?
Well, everyone. We sent correspondence through the university that they were coming.
If you just had to guess, who do you think was the target of the one they wanted out of this group?
That's not very scientific method, my friend. But
I'm just wondering what your thoughts were. You think they were after you, or do you think they were after one of your
me,
friends?
but no, they clearly wanted to know what we were working with.
Yeah.
They wanted her.
The way Dylan phrased it is, his boss was in cahoots with some very ghostly people.
Man, what do you mean they wanted her?
That doesn't surprise me. Buster was always an asshole.
That tracks.
After
Well,
all,
yeah,
middle
you-
management of... What's more deplorable than that?
His name was actually Buster.
They said that these ghostly folk, they could disappear, turn into mist, reappear. They're very intimidating, he said.
Well, whatever he says is of his experience. I don't remember anything. Or being bound. Like they did a good number on us, though.
Yeah, and they had some fancy manacles, that's for sure.
I think they dropped me on every step all the way through. God.
Yeah.
They
Yep.
did that.
No. They definitely, that for sure.
They did that.
Watch, like you were at the bottom of the stairs when we got in, so like I mean it was very clear that was
Good God, they were taking us out like the garbage.
Yeah. Oh, it was. Luckily, we were there in time. I mean, really, that's yeah.
Markos slowly begins to break like Jimmy Fallon and has to walk away.
Just calmly eating strip after strip of bacon.
I wasn't there, so I don't know.
The first order of business is to get a hold of the wardens within the city. We cannot have the university compromised. Whatever these shadow people were. We're gonna start with making Buster squeal like the little piggy he is.
That's not a bad idea. Actually, I got one more piece for you, and I'm gonna pull out the 80 coins that I have and pull one of them out and show Yarrow what one of those coins looked like. This was one of the monies they were using. Not money we use in Merrowstrand. Take a look at it, and I'll flip it over to him.
Unmarked. Well, at least they have a degree of professionalism, even if it is the underworld variety.
I'll give you a sketching of it in case anything comes up with your talks with Busta. And I'll give him a quick sketch of what the coin looks like and replace it with the one I gave Yarrow.
I can't help but notice that you have some connections as he points over to your violet veil.
Oh, yeah, this whole thing? Yeah. And he'll just give it a little like, and just kind of. They're seeing how they might like me with their team. It's a little, we're in a little like dating phase right now. We're just seeing if we like each other.
I understand. He kind of shakes his head. Protections from the wardens will be the first thing that I seek. We can't go after whoever caused all of this if none of us are alive after all.
Safety is priority.
Indeed. And I assume that you will all be setting sail soon.
Today, hopefully. I mean, weather like this, we should make good time.
Good. Good. Seems like everything is happening all at once at the same time.
Yeah. Makes it very convenient, doesn't it? And just very easy to choose what is your priorities when everything's going off all at once. Yeah, I know. But this seems to be the pretty big problem for our land right now, and I don't know, I'm a little attached to that region. I hate to see it go to shit.
Indeed. Yarl's going to look over to Akiko. Akiko.
Yeah.
I've been thinking about the words that would come out of my mouth the entire morning, but I really haven't been able to place them. I just want you to know just how proud the rest of we are. Myself most of all. I can't imagine how lonely this entire endeavor has been, and I notice you don't have all the answers yet, and part of that is life. We may never know all the answers. But I am proud of you, Akiko.
Oh, come on, man. Don't go soft on me now. I'm kind of wipe my eyes a little bit.
I didn't say that you were out of writing your final paper for this independent study. But I'd say you're doing pretty well on the practicum.
I think I got some pretty good source material.
You know you're accountable for every shit weather day from now on. That's a burden of responsibility. These old bones, they don't like the cold, Akiko. Just remember that.
Yeah, well, rain's not always a bad thing.
Indeed. I will try to be as brave as you and the rest of your friends. Hopefully we find all answers.
I really hope so. I really don't want to have to come back and do it for you.
At least if you have to, I trust in your ability. Whoever's searching for you, Akiko. They can't control you. Not like they thought they could.
They're gonna have to catch me first.
Give them hell. And he is going to give you a reach out for your hand, and he is going to deposit a small ring.
For me?
And as you turn over and look at it, it is a Merrowstrand University ring
Brass ring.
I would have settled for a jacket. It does get cold up there, but it's pretty nice.
Don't forget your roots.
I don't think you'll let me.
No. Find this Grim Filer. We'll deal with the corruption inside.
Good luck, old man.
You can actually see in the distance there are a wave of city guards and internal wardens that are all coming down to Master Yarrow's location at the Black Kettle.
I think your posse's on its way.
You guys are gonna need more bacon.
Better well damn get here. So I'm
Say
not.
that I'm meeting the last piece.
We've just been watching on it the whole time.
Folks at the Black Kettle look back over and go, oh shit. Hey, you got some more of those French toast sticks back there. We're gonna need everything.
We're the best things that happened to this Waffle House.
Quote it.
The rest of the world does seem to crumble around it. Any other loose ends that you all want to tie up?
Just on the walk back from Yarrow, swinging by the post office. Yeah, to deliver those 80 coins to Dylan's family. But that's an easy little stop off.
Mail call.
Mail call.
Yeah, we got some stuff going to. You got the note, Akiko. I'll drop the,
yeah, I got everything.
drop
I'm
the
gonna kind of
coins
like
down.
turn my back. I'm gonna drop off the note. You know, it's gonna have all his family information, and I'm gonna pull out just an absolute kind of like in Harry Potter where they have all of the letters. They're just like tied together with twine. It's just a stack of letters.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna send those letters off.
The drop off is actually a large wooden pelican gullet that you open up from the top. And it goes sliding down.
Here's the mail. It never fails. It makes me want to wag my tail. No.
Shake that
Where were all
butt.
those letters to?
Not important. And I'll close my bag back up and kind of throw it on my bag.
That was
Guys
like,
ready?
That was like 80 letters.
Coupons, duh.
Like rebates?
Yeah.
Huh. Okay. I will insight.
Oh, against
Deception or persuasion?
Deception?
Or,
I assume,
or
yeah,
persuasion.
they're both +5. Oh,
I've seen a lot of your bookkeeping, and I've never once seen you do anything about rebates. I mean, hey, I'm not gonna pry. I mean, we just got done going through a lot of what you was going through, but I just, you know that we're here for you, and just want to make sure everything's okay.
I'm just gonna kind of glance at Tarben, and because he's the only person I told, just I kind of held on to these for a little too long, and I think it's time to let some people know what I'm up to.
Okay.
Just gonna shake my head at you and see a little bear grin. Don't need to say anything. We already talked about it before. But in my mind, I'm thinking, your mother, right? They do.
Well, I guess to the ship.
The ship then. You guys make your final preparations and head towards the Fey Dock to tackle the corruption of the Grim Filer. When you pass into the Fey Dock, you can just hear Dylan, "This is the coolest thing I have ever seen. This is incredible. What? You could have just told me I could hide out over here. What? I would even have to go. This is awesome. Look at this
It
thing.
is pretty nifty, isn't it?
Yeah, what do you think everybody just ends up with a Fey galleon like this? This is incredible.
I don't even think I've actually even seen all of the pots of this boat yet. Every time I go to look at it, some crazy shit happens, and then I have to go divert my focus somewhere else.
This is something else. Well, I guess this is home, right?
Oh yeah, we gotta go pick out bunks. And Bud's gonna run downstairs. Pal, let's go find out where we're gonna sleep at.
I'm gonna chase right after him. Don't act like he's staying with you.
Pal hits its feet. You're like, he's looking. He doesn't know where the downstairs are. He like shuffles to the right.
You gotta pick bunks that are side by side so he can be right in the middle.
Yes.
It's the only way this is going down.
Yes.
Everyone else slowly loading on as well.
I've been there.
Yeah,
I'm ready to go.
this is true. This is true.
Mr. Tien just has a pack. That's it.
One bag.
Sword, I got my shield, I got my armor.
Just a satchel.
I'm ready. It's a European shoulder bag.
Markos is going to turn over to Tarben as we're loading on kind of like last. The stories of your people. That anger, that tempest. When we get done with this, I think that may have been a sign.
We'll see. I still think Great Hunt was an overcorrection.
The spirit told you to wait.
Balance is right. Be back. Have faith.
Indeed. We must make right with King Tonga first anyway.
Yeah, because I wouldn't want to him off.
That would be incredibly disappointing, wouldn't it? You'd have to come crawling over to the wardens when you would get done.
Oh, God. As long as you don't make me bunk with Christian.
That would make you the Dylan of the warden's lodge. That's what I would do.
Never mind, just kill me and bury me in the backyard.
Hey, he complimented your forge.
I don't want to talk to him about that. Maybe he's got some ideas. I mean, he's not overly ambitious, but it doesn't mean he's not all full
He
of
is
brains.
he's a soup. There's not much that they can't do. Here, I thought you were going to have him take care of the house while you were gone. But,
I like
Galleon's a
wacky
good
people.
idea as well. Well, after all, we don't own it anymore, do we?
No, we're making any improvements. We make them on the ship. You imagine some of the things that him and Krak could cook up.
I'm waiting to see this. God, look at that. The water hasn't been this blue in some time. It's hard to believe that not too far outside of here, this is gone.
It's time for us to get it back. I'll tell you right now, I kind of look forward to sailing on top of the water for a little bit.
To your roots.
It's my roots. God, I love the sound of water breaking over a hull. Oh, let's get this thing in the water. Let's get this thing out. Let's go get that Grunfiler.
Let's do it.
That's right. We all met on a boat. You guys remember that?
Yeah, we did.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we did.
And on that note, I'll let you guys go refill your beverages as we hop on this boat.
We got boating.
Start of Act 2.
Da da da.
Oh God.
Dun, 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 dun. So
Gonna die.
officially now is when the game pops up and shows us all the quests that we failed and lets us know you missed this.
Are you sure you want to advance to the next stage? Once you're doing so, you can't go back and complete other
Yeah, that's pretty much what we got.
You missed this. Look at this pretty boat, chat. Does it drive itself? Does it need a captain? I don't know. Does it even need wind?
From the fine folks at Limithron.
Ooh.
Sure, it is
Patreon.
a ship. What does it
I don't
really
know.
take to?
Is it battery operated? Does it need to? Does it tell us where the next charging station is and just drop us off at some big parking lot?
How many licks does it take to get to the center of the? Oh. It's like they have spared no expense with the details of the ship.
Oh, dude, I love it. I keep zooming in at all the different little spots.
We have so many cannons.
An insane
That is
amount
a
of
little bit of it.
It's
Yeah.
insane amount of cannons because that's each level of cannons.
Is this an entire forge in the middle here?
I think there's Tarben's Forge.
Yeah, on the boat.
No, that's for cooking. That's
Oh,
like
look,
the
we even got a
galley, right?
meeting
does
room
look like
over
a-
here.
Oh, you can really zoom in. Okay.
Oh God, I just clicked on OBS like it could do something.
Welcome to my life.
Can I put us all in the meeting room? We're a little bit bigger than the scale on the map.
Yeah. Oh well.
Tarben's gonna have to hold the door.
Oh, there is the big captain's room. That's gonna have to. I'm just imagining Tarben like dragging two of these beds over into that room so that he can have enough space.
One bed for each butt cheek.
This is where we vote on our sale price.
Oh my God, pal.
Val.
He takes up so much boat.
This is a big boy. Because Dylan's gonna have to get a token now.
can't wait to see the Dylan
just
token.
forgot about him, and he could have just been a dead NPC that we dealt with when we got back.
I mean, a month will kill an NPC that you haven't dealt with. Like,
Oh, for sure. For sure.
Smelly.
Somebody's gonna watch the ship.
I think this works out perfect.
We could just kick him to the shore and make him dock manager.
ultimate longshoreman.
Yep.
The first imported commoner, Dylan.
Dylan. Dylan.
Let's see here. I got a whole bunch of NPC tokens.
It's only because you wouldn't let us keep old Perry or whatever his name was from the prison. I miss that guy.
Yeah.
Oh, what? It just because he wanted his freedom, you know? He's a
I get it.
the crab guy, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
whatever that. He's a crustacean of sorts.
Yeah.
Tiny little shrimp.
Shrimp man.
He's actually Christian. He's been here the whole time.
Oh, this is Dylan. This is Dylan. Wow.
26 cannons and 4 swivel cannons. This is rad. This ship's got more firepower than we got people on it.
Yeah.
I can't even. This is the first token that I saw, and I was like, yeah, this is 100% him. This has always been him.
Is he wearing a yellow beanie? I need to see this.
Oh, it's better. It's even better. Does he have his full? Does he even have his own token?
Dylan the Navigator.
If Dylan is stated with his own token, I'm going to lose my mind.
Oh.
Dylan going to make me lose my mind.
Dylan.
And key for that 1d6. I will add it to the pile.
Wow, chat. You've been so nice with the cards.
The cards.
Ads.
The cats.
Oh, there. That's why. I just need to scroll down. Where is your token, Dylan? I found
Next
your
to my
portrait.
toes?
Oh, I need to do my job here since we're on break. The only time that we will run ads is here on the break.
Gotta love that. It's an ad break, but we're just on a break. If you're subscribed, then it don't really matter.
Break me up.
That's exactly how it goes.
Wake me up before you go. Don't leave me hanging on like a yo-yo. We're finally doing it, guys.
Yep.
Stinky goat.
We're boating
Stinky
to
goats.
Somewhere in Bog Hollow and starting a 4-month-long adventure to find Grimfiler.
ugh, scary.
See y'all back in July when we get
Oh my
there.
god, where is it? Sees a mountain move over. Found it!
Found it.
That could be it. No, that's just Tarben. Oh,
Don't hate on me because I'm chunky.
don't hate on me because I'm beautiful. Yas, queen.
I wonder who weighs more now, Pal or Tarben?
Tarben.
I'm about 500 pounds.
Yeah. Okay. I'd say that's
Was she throwing all that armor?
Oh yeah, with the armor, like 750.
right. Shoof. Shoof.
That's what we call a chonky bear.
1 metric ton of bear fur and armor.
It's a picnic basket.
Hal just looks at you like, man, I need gains like that, man. I need gains. I need more gator gains.
Gator
Only you
gains.
can prevent forest fires.
Finkel gator. Finkel gator.
How a crocodile became our mascot, or well, at least the cutest NPC or summon we've ever had. I don't know.
Just
Yeah,
another
I
flat.
actually forget that he's actually just like a summon. He's not.
Yeah, I mean, he's just my bestial companion.
I don't know, man. We got an owlbear now.
Oh yes, there he
What?
is.
What?
There
Oh my
he is.
God. Oh no.
That is 110% Dylan.
Nailed it.
That's
Nailed it.
that is
Dylan.
100% the hat that he found in the dock and threw it on.
Oh, absolutely. Yep.
I can't find Dylan's token though. It's so sad.
Oh, okay, right. It doesn't have the square or nothing like that. It's just the
Yeah.
art for it.
It's got to be there somewhere, but I can't find it.
Yeah.
Dylan's.
The amount of
Anybody
effort
rolls up on this guy,
that
like
he
they're
puts into his shitty goatee, like he chooses to make it.
Hey, he's been in some stuff lately, okay?
Dylan's been through a lot.
we did lock him in a shed.
You're not wrong.
He's just trying to send some coins back to his family. He's doing it.
I'm gonna refill my beverage. I'll be right back.
Do it.
Again with the dizzle whizzle.
Oh, he looks so goofy and high. He looks high as all get out.
There's
Good for him.
something fishy about this.
And not just the lure on his hat.
True.
I mean, he is wearing green, so he is part of the green guys, and they got to stick together.
I'm extremely nervous for what Rob's about to make us roll for this galleon that we have not prepared for. We don't have a captain. We don't know anybody that drives it.
It's all
Like,
provided by the wardens. Wardens have
We got
fully
none.
stocked this thing.
yeah, he got us with that. But like, how do we use a boat? None of us. I don't know. I don't know how to use a boat.
It's also a Fey-boat. What makes you think they know how to use it?
Right.
Boat goes in the water, sails go up, it goes. Wind blows, sails goes.
I'm just gonna stand by the stern and just yell at it. It's like, go to the ocean.
Go to the ocean.
But it's standing behind the mainsail going,
Is this how you do it? Ooh. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how this whole boating thing is gonna go for us.
I'm
Any
suggesting
game?
the boat goes
Hey,
burr.
we have Akiko. She's just gonna be like, that way, water.
That way, water. Also, is anybody else slightly concerned that he gave us so many cannons?
I mean, he'll adjust.
Let's see if
He'll
that'll
adjust.
work.
I'm just
Yeah.
imagining Krak down there, like trying to figure out a way that he can like have one battle station and fire them all off at once. It's gonna be a one-man
Now
situation.
if I tie all these strings together and light it at this exact point, they'll all go out and then boop, 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 boop.
No, he's gonna have Waterson main them all.
So that was one of the things I was working on last episode is like how to pilot this myself.
Oh, I do remember that. I remember you saying
Yeah.
that actually. Yes.
Yeah. And I rolled for crafting and everything on how to pilot this thing.
Oh
Are
god,
you gonna do it?
Captain Krak.
Oh
Jesus.
yeah, like my crafting
Vander
was good
Christ.
enough that we are able to do this on a very minimal crew.
I remember that.
They were fine.
And our one shipmate. our one shipmate Dylan.
There's more.
Who else is on the boat?
You might have some
NPC
family we run into.
1-8.
NPCs 1 through 8.
We also have a vampire in a bottle.
Oh yeah, we do have 8675.
Yeah, I guess you lost 309.
I'm a vampire in the bottle. Got to rub me the right way.
Gotta rub
Oh.
me the right way.
Come on in, let me in.
65 days.
Fun fact, guys, since we're on break, I checked out tonight. There's a RP server called World of Darkness, which is Vampire the Masquerade. I don't know if you guys ever know, but like obviously I've done some tabletop RPG stuff on Magic RPG. And so I checked that out tonight and created a character, and man, it's cool. It's so cool. Yeah, you can be a vampire, you can be a Garu or a werewolf, or you can be like a regular human, and there's like it's like Grand Theft Auto roleplay, but like ETM. And it's endorsed by World of Darkness, so it's like like cyberpunky meets Vampire the Masquerade, so it's set in like the future. It's super cool. It was a lot of fun.
Are there mods to like make it look a certain way, or is it just GTA?
Yeah, I mean there's they've done a bunch of work to the city, so it's like you got like flying cars flying around and all the neon lights and everything like going, and then if you're depending on what you play, like if you're a kindred or if you're a werewolf or whatever, like you have like abilities and different things that you can do, but like obviously you can't really showcase them because you can't break the masquerade. But
right,
yeah. So I don't know. A buddy of mine was like, "Oh, you should check it out. It's a lot of fun." Because I'm all about high fantasy, supernatural stuff. So I did, and I might stream it tomorrow because it was a lot of fun. Yeah, I created a character. He's got a sick background, and I don't know. It just sounds fun. So pretty cool.
He's a vampire GTA RPer.
Is it built off of the Bloodlines 2 game?
Mm-mm.
No, it's GTA.
No, it's all 5M. It's all Grand Theft Auto. So it's all 5M. Yeah. So it's just a modded server, and then but they're endorsed by World of Darkness and have a partnership with Paradox Interactive. So
oh wow, they are okay.
So yeah, so it's like their kind of quote unquote official server. So
that's
yeah, like I was getting into it today. Yeah, there's like all kinds of like cool like little like I'm a kindred, right? So I'm a vampire, but you can be a Garu, and then like when you transform, you actually physically change. And stuff. So it's really cool. It's really cool. I was having a lot of fun with it. So I might try and stream some of it tomorrow and see what else happens.
What's your character's name?
Damon.
Damon. Matt Damon.
Does he talk like this to everyone and he's very dismissive?
Yes. His name's actually Jeremy. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Matt Damon.
Vampire the Masquerade is so much. It is. I'm telling you, I got to play a Ventru antagonist for Magic RPG, and it's been the greatest thing ever. It's been so fun. I'm hot. Which is
how long is that campaign gonna be?
We'll see. It really just kind of depends on what they decide to do about me. So, if they try to final death me or Diablerize me or torpor me or whatever, I don't know. You know what I mean? Like it could be several months. It could be 2 weeks. I don't know.
Right,
I'm not a friendly character, so it's like it's been a lot of fun.
Yeah, because you've been playing antagonist in that, right?
Yeah. I'm the arch rival for one of the main characters of the family. I'm basically like his for a like rival family, but I'm better. Right. Clearly. So it's been a lot of fun.
Clearly.
Matt Damon. All right, guys, we made it to Bog Holla. Great job.
Oh, wow.
We ain't there yet.
We did it. Yay.
Wow. It's like I barely even rolled anything. That's so easy.
Set it and forget it.
It's a face ship. It's like a Tesla. It's got auto drive on it, right?
That's the instant pot of galleons.
Let's see. Rice.
Hey guys, you gotta see this. As you can hear a bunch of mechanisms begin to fire off all at once as Dylan runs up topside. Oh, look at this! How do you know how these things work? It's just like the will-o'-the-wisps just start pouring out everywhere and guiding this Fey vessel out of the dock.
Wait, it does actually drive itself?
Well, yeah, kind of, sort of. You got to give a direction, but yeah, it's you don't realize I've never had any help before. This is the greatest day of my life. He just runs up and he gives you a big, like, his bony, skinny body. It's very Gilligan, one-piece ass looking, grabbing his hands around your slimy body.
My long frog arms almost give him like a double hug. Oh yeah, it's okay there, Dylan. It's okay.
It's the greatest day of my life.
I'm glad you like it.
You're really slimy, by the way. Is that,
yeah, well, wait till I secrete some poison on you.
That's terrifying. Is that when you get nervous?
Yeah, well, it's controllable.
He goes, me too. Points down at the wet spot in his shorts.
Exactly. Everybody's got the little self-defense mechanisms. It's nature's way of keeping us alive.
I don't think Helmet Boy approves.
Well, I mean, he's like a walnut, you know. He's really tough exterior, and eventually, once you just crack him open, then he's just a crusty nut on the inside.
I'll take your word for it. All right, wisps! As he goes out there, he's like waving his hands back and forth as if it is Dylan's orchestra. Watch out, big guy. I got a ship to command here. Where are we going, by the way? I don't even have a heading. This is awesome.
Well, we need to go towards Boghala, so north.
Great. North.
We're doing so good.
Who is navigating out of the party as we just
Would you consider
haul
this
ass
like
out?
a nature or like a survival?
This would be a survival check.
I mean, I am at least familiar with where Boghala is compared to Merrowstrand. But I sure could use some help. I've never been in charge of a boat before.
Markos, do you find it very crazy the fact that we're actually being navigated by a man who I knocked out about 24 hours ago and a frog who has no way to get home?
This all really checks out a month later, actually.
It does feel like it's been a month.
Glad we staked the future of the realm on this.
100%, I would. Mm-hmm.
Does anybody want to assist me? No.
Go north.
You have an advantage on this since we are headed back home.
As
You-
I said, go north. Let's be
Here we
honest.
go.
Ooh.
25.
25. In your own way, how are you going to go over and direct Dylan?
So Dylan, okay, do you see where the outcroppings up there on the coast to the left, or to the port? Right, port is the left. Yeah, okay.
I know
So,
it. I grew up in Merrowstrand.
I'm just
Okay, that's
reorienting myself. Okay.
yeah. Speak for yourself then. What?
So yeah, so that outcropping over, if you go around it and we just ride the shore, just ride the coastline all the way up. From there, that should take us right to it.
Aye, Captain.
Aye. And I'll give my best frog salute.
His hand's bigger than his head. Sorry, I don't know if that's like racist or anything.
It's actually very, but yeah, it's okay. You peed yourself, so I mean it's even. We're even.
Yeah, but your buddy can take it away. So if you wouldn't mind if you'd send him back over this way.
I'll let you ask him for that favor.
Yeah, I'll do it the old-fashioned way. You can see he climbs the netting. Whoa, this is a lot faster! This is a lot faster than my pontoon! As he dips himself in the side. Whoa! 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 He's barely holding on to the net on the side. Oh!
Hey, I don't think any one of us are going to be able to... How about you come back up onto the ship?
Man, I tell you what, Dylan, just the right rolls in the right times and places. This is so far.
Just the right rolls. What's his modifier for strength? Nothing.
Nothing.
I can't wait until like 2 years from now when he's just like a core part of the group, you know, just like it's just a part of the team, you know.
Just forgets about
He's a
family.
level 6 like cook. I don't know. Like, you know, he's just a part of it.
With all this,
With me.
you're gonna need a mop and a bucket. Call Dylan.
Hey, Dylan, we have more bodies to clean up. I'm on it. It's just like
Prestidigitation, ammonia. Oh man, when Dylan levels up, everybody's gonna know.
Everybody's going to know.
Dylan's gonna end up the wolf from what is it, Pulp Fiction. He's literally just gonna drive his car fast and clean up all. Yeah, he's gonna clean up all the issues. He's Harvey Keitel. Yes.
Wolf? Why didn't you just say so?
We have so much ship to explore and so many cannons to do it with here. With a proper heading, you set sail, leaving Merrowstrand behind. For the first time since you met up, taking code Dennis's. What are your characters all doing at this moment? We are all topside, so there's no fighting for bunks or anything else below. It is just the wind in your hair and the open sea.
I'm not gonna lie, I wouldn't mind game planning a little bit of what we want to do when we get. I mean, this might not be the right moment, but just to put it in the back of everybody's heads. I mean, when we get there, should we just go right into looking for this guy? Do we want to try to assess the situation? Maybe should I go check on some of my family? I don't know.
I had a feeling we're gonna need some ears on the ground. That corruption's spread all over, but we're gonna need your craftiness with your people to find some people who aren't messed up. Some sort of resistance, if there is one.
Yeah, maybe some of them have started organizing and fighting back, but the news that's been coming out of there has just sounded so dark and dreary. I mean, what if there's nobody there that's still them anymore?
I mean, there's got to be somebody. There's always like a resistance. Like Tarben said, there's always something. So I think we just take it as it like we can go in there with a game plan a little bit, but like we kind of gotta take it as it comes. We don't have information.
Yeah, I think that's kind of what I would like to do, is just try to get as much info as we can once we get up there. I mean, I know some old contacts, especially some, I mean, loopy folks, but I mean, good people that lived in the swamp, and maybe we could try getting to their house first and seeing if they are still around, and just, I guess, go from there. Okay. Well, that seemed like a sour mood. Sorry to bring it down, but I mean, I just
You can't do any of that from the ship, so just enjoy the ride. And I'm just like hanging up top with my free refillable mug.
Oh, that's
Getting
right.
lit. Getting lit up top, huh?
Time to get turned.
I can't do anything here. I don't even have to drive this thing. This is awesome.
Break!
Yeah, I think I'll do some drinking. Yeah, that sounds good. I've got enough coffee in me now. It's time to switch on over to some ale. Yep,
Jesus.
I agree.
With Thunder Christ, help us all.
I mean, how far is it to Valhalla?
Oh yeah, it's
like
at
a
least
week?
that. Oh yeah, I don't.
Aren't you the one charting this course?
Well, yeah, it's up the coastline. Until we're there.
Great.
Let's go ahead and make ourselves a little roll on how many days it would take by stagecoach before the blockades were set in.
Okay.
Roll a D12.
They were quick.
That's,
Wow.
Wow.
It was close. It was very close.
Boghala is only a day's trip away to the outskirts. However,
Oh, shit.
Boghala encompasses a lot of territory within it. So probably there's about within the heart of it, because you know we're officially going to the D&D red state. It's an expanse. Once we're there, I would say there's probably a 3-day radius of like Boghala proper.
Yeah.
Now we're going around the outside.
When a bitch try to give it to you.
I would say it would be double the time this way. So we're about a 2-day sail before we can get to the outskirts of the swamp.
So we got at least a couple days. Then we'll start seeing the swamp, and I would wager we'll probably know when we see it, and that'll let
Probably
us know.
smell it first.
I mean, it's kind of an endearing smell once you get used to it. At least it was. I don't know, maybe now not so much. I guess we'll see. Or smell.
Fair enough.
We should probably fish though while we're on the boat, right? We should probably fish.
I was wondering when you would ask. Dylan takes one of 18 hooks out of his hat. What are you looking for? What are you guys fishing for? This is my wife doesn't let me get out this often. Yeah, what can I say? Oh God, I could just make him like.
Dylan's in the
Pops
water.
up. Hey guys.
Hey,
Tell him
What are
I
you guys
feel like
doing?
This is the best thing that's ever happened to you.
this is usually my new favorite toy. Hey, what are you guys doing up here? Oh, okay.
Wait,
Yeah, never mind. I'll see you guys later.
Do we have emotes left? Can we make a Dylan token, please, for chat? We'll have Dylan and OG.
Hey, what's going on over here, Tarben? Hey, I was
Please
just
don't hit me.
I was bored because the Wisps are doing all the work up here. I was wondering if you would have come fish. Yeah, I'll check you later. Hey, bud.
Yeah, what's up?
Hey, can you, I can't remember
Why
how
are you
that.
so weirdly close behind me right now?
Yeah, don't worry about it. I can't remember the girl's name. The weather lady. Can you have her work on that today? She's are kind of
Akiko?
choppy.
You talking about Akiko?
Yeah, Kikoman. Yeah.
No, you say her name properly and you respect the lady.
Wait, see, I thought it was. It's not It's not a Kikoman.
No, it's not the soy sauce.
I don't know what you're talking about, but yeah, okay. Tell her to work on that.
Y- y-
Hop keto.
Akiko.
Got it. All right.
And we're just gonna pop up next. Everybody roll 1d6. Low number.
Hey, you still got that helmet on over there, big guy?
Go away.
All right. I value my toes. Okay.
Oh my gosh.
That may be the greatest thing ever. Oh, that's it. He's just ingrained forever.
Now we can't get rid of this
He's
guy.
wonderful.
God,
He's part of the crew now.
when he does become Theris
What's the
Calarum, it's
survival
gonna
check?
cut
Did he
deep.
get us any fish?
Yeah, when he reveals himself as Theris Calarum, that's really gonna hurt.
Yeah, that's
We'll have the good memories together, though. I mean, we'll still remember this.
We're gonna win him over. He's gonna turn away, and he's gonna become a good guy.
Part of the ship, part of the crew.
Yeah.
This map is so freaking cool. I love this.
The ocean.
I mean, some people could look at it for a little bit and actually just kind of like chum
Get
the
seasick.
chum. No, James RPG art, chef's kiss. Oh.
Mm-mm-mm.
And all those Master Commander vibes right now.
So, yeah, you really want to go fishing?
Heck yeah, I want to go fishing. What else am I gonna do for
Right,
2
I
days?
found the poles down here. This place is stocked.
Ooh, take me. I'm already holding 2 poles in my hand.
Of course it is stocked. We stocked it. Hey, whatever. Once on a Fey Galleon, once in a lifetime. Like, he is doing his best job right now of like getting everybody's poles all lined out. Like, he's getting everything strung. You can see him. He's got fishing line. He's got he's got a knife out. He's getting his hooks. He's getting everything lined up for everybody.
And you got one for you too, right?
Somebody's got to hold the dip net. What can I say? You know.
Okay. Don't feel like you can't go fishing too, though, Dylan.
Plenty of fish in the sea there. Plus. By the way, we never really talked about compensation and all of this. Kind of got strung up in that whole, like, you know, like,
No, we
come-
didn't. No, we didn't.
come with me if you want to live, kind of vibe.
Yeah.
You know,
Pretty good payment.
Yeah.
what do you,
Seems like a
We're not going to charge you
All
for room
10
and board.
toes.
10 toes?
We're not going to charge you for room and board.
He's gonna threaten my toes again.
Free fish?
Hey, I'm starting to make good friends with the big guy who hit me. All right, you back
Yeah,
off.
Now we'll. How does a silver a day sound?
Oh, come on. Mrs. Cheeto said that I could at least get, you know, a gold a day.
A gold a day? You lost your marbles. We're giving you food and a place, and we're helping you not die. Yeah, you get it.
I'm in charge of the whole
Two
galleon.
silver.
I'm master in command. I'm the captain now.
You look at me, Dylan. You look at me. And he takes his big frog fingers and pokes them in his eyes, and then pokes them in his eyes.
Hey,
I
that
am
can
the captain
secrete
now.
at any moment. You can't control it. You told me.
No, it's controllable.
All right. Settle less
Shake
than no
on it.
5 silver a day.
4 and it's a deal.
Why you gotta be like this?
It's my nature.
I've left my family behind because of what you guys
You
said.
had to leave your family behind.
Yeah, because you don't have any family there. You have.
No, you had to. I didn't make
I'm sorry.
you leave.
I didn't mean like that. I know we were saying.
Aren't you still kind of a wanted fugitive?
Yeah, what does that say about you, Hopketo?
I'm just gonna tip my cat my cup at him.
Hot keto. That's a new one.
Hands you your fishing pole. All strung up. 4 silver a day's worth. All strung up. I'm feeling real tired. About 4 silvers tired this afternoon. That's what I feel like. Oh,
Maybe
God.
take a
sounds
nap
right.
on your bed
Oh,
of
put him in
your
the big
freeboard.
captain's room and let him shut up.
Yep, that's right. Just me and the gator, right? Mm.
4 silver and 10 toes.
I'm not paying him 10 toes a
But
day.
I feel like Dylan actually only has 9
Or he
toes
gets
for
15
some
toes.
reason. Like he's like actually like, well, actually.
Yeah.
Like, that's-
You see, it'd be pretty gross because you have to cut through these webbed feet. I'm gonna-
oh. Glances at Bud. Anyway, are you guys fishing or
I
what?
like my web toes.
Heck yeah, we're fishing. Barely.
Who's gonna send the first cast out?
Blame Bud for that.
My favorite part about fishing is drinking and gossip.
Wait, I might be able to help with this. I'm gonna close my eyes for a second and concentrate, and then you're gonna feel this like presence, kind of like this aura, and you felt it before. A lot of times it's this fierce presence of the dragon, but this time it's a welcoming, almost like protective, like you feel emboldened by this presence. As my eyes kind of glow, and you kind of hear that guttural breath as I'm gonna cast Bless. And give
Let's
everyone a
do
little
that.
bit of extra aid on their fishing.
Oh,
They're gonna feel extra good
snap.
about it because we gotta use the stuff we got, guys.
Blessings.
So yeah, boom.
Blessed for fish. I love it.
Hey, he points over himself. Gets in a little bit of that my way, Ultraman.
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 I'm going to cast Thunderous Smite. No, I'm just kidding.
Ah! I didn't know you could clap my cheeks.
I will include, because I'm working back from the rough meeting we had at the beginning where I rolled 2 nat ones. I will include him in my bless.
Hashtag bless, baby.
So, and I think I don't normally it's 3 targets, but I think we said that for this one everyone's like.
I always do
for everyone,
party.
right?
I don't make you count it.
Yeah, you make an attack roll or saving throw. You get to add a d4.
Ooh.
Thank you, Ol Roshan. Anyway,
Ol Roshan. Who's Ol Roshan?
that's my dragon deity.
Dragon duty.
I can take that bless away.
All right, just trying to figure stuff out.
Turn this boat right around.
We'll see about that. He tries to command the wisp like the clapper that you saw earlier. I'm still trying to figure it out, really. That's why I got the dip net. Yeah. Let's see what you got, Kikoman.
Huh.
Yeah, Akiko.
All right, what are we rolling for this?
Survival.
Gross.
Hey,
with a
Dumb
no.
stats.
get a d4.
Yeah,
Get a d4.
Yeah.
Wait, well, it's technically not an attack roll or a saving throw, so
That's a saving throw, right?
it's a
No,
survival check.
That's a check.
check.
Yeah.
Survival check.
Survival check. Yes.
Yeah, we'll see.
And then, with bless, do we do it again? We with advantage?
No. What you were
You're
looking
doing-
for is guidance.
Guy.
Hey,
Guidance.
you don't know what's gonna happen, okay? Might as well be blessed up on this, okay?
Might as well be blessed.
Just go off and get yourself blessed up.
Yeah.
Well, hey, you know what? We can do that too. We also have the tools to make
the
that
builds
happen.
look different. Look at
We have
them. Oh my
the tools.
gosh.
Look at there. It's got the same thing. Let's go ahead and add that to the
Bless.
favorite as well. Boom. Guidance has arrived. Go ahead and just toss me a D4.
All right.
+2 for a
Okay.
total of 19.
Eh?
All right.
Oh.
We make a little private roll. We can see what's fishing around here. All right.
Eriscalarum's other lost.
It's another cage. Managed to hook and open a cage.
Tarben Forgepaw is not the fish.
Well,
I promise,
guess
he is
it
not
was
the
bad
fish.
enough.
With a 12. Something grabs hold of your line and you're able to set the hook. Hopkito, you got something on there. Here's the big
Yes.
kicker.
What?
It goes and uses your dexterity or your strength, and it goes back and forth, and we flip a coin every time. Heads is strength, tails is dexterity and letting the line out. Let's see what we got here.
My dexterity is 20, so let's please. Dang it.
Nope.
Come on, you're gonna have to put your hands into it. Dylan rolls over and grabs onto the pole. You need to make a strength ability check.
Only it was a saving throw. Oh god.
Oh,
Oh, okay.
Now it is.
No.
Now it is.
Can I magical guidance?
Dylan flies up and overboard with the rod and reel.
Not like this.
Not like this. Not like this.
We just got him.
He was 2 days from retirement. I was like,
Did that just happen?
Markos, you gotta go get him.
He just needs to let go. You can see he's like, yeah!
He's not that smart.
That is a huge fish.
that was a big fish.
that might be a shark.
As you can hear him, he just gets caught up in the net over in the side. I'm okay. I think I just dislocated my shoulder. That's all. As he one hands it.
Ah, come here.
I'll help him up. Yeah, I'll help him up.
I think you're gonna have to set it.
Oh, your shoulder.
Yeah.
Okay.
What do you think I meant?
Oh, I don't know. What do you think
is your
that? What do
medicine
you,
at? Are you
what do
able to actually do
What
this?
do you think that was? As I look over the shoulder, or as I look over and I look down, I'm like, "What do you think that was?" And as he goes to look, I'm gonna attempt to set his shoulder without like letting him know. Just
Oh, nice.
like,
Oh, please give me a medicine check on that bad boy.
oh yeah, my medicine is good. 14, baby.
Yeah.
You know, it's enough though. It's enough. And
Yeah.
I don't know what. Oh God! Oh God! Why? You didn't even
Not
give
a
me a.
toe.
It's not a toe. It's not a toe. It's not a toe. Oh God! All right. You know what? I'm gonna take your advice. I'm gonna go back to the captain's quarters now, just like you told me to the first time.
All right, just walk it off.
I'm gonna sit down here for a second. Oh, how do you guys do this? You do this for a living? Oh.
Did we not get the fish?
No, we didn't get the fish. Of course we didn't get the fish. Oh God. What did I sign myself
All
up
right.
for?
Maybe kind of glances over at like Tarben, and then he looks at Bud, then he turns slowly and looks at Krak. I think Krak should be up next.
A little dynamite fishing.
I was just thinking he's just gonna start throwing dynamite over, like, all right, it's just
Why me?
Because I don't know. I feel like you always are like the last one to go, and I just thought it'd be nice to switch things up.
Oh, okay. Seems legit.
Hey.
Go ahead and toss that D4.
Oh yeah.
Looks like the magical guidance doesn't link up like the other does. Ooh. 18.
Okay.
18. Krak, you naughty goblin.
Naughty. Naughty.
Okay.
Starting a band. It's called Alchemical Romance.
Ugh. All right.
I'm not okay.
Steal.
Gotta do it once, guys. Every session. You know this.
Get it out of your system.
Why?
There is the tiniest fish that you see just delicately pull the bait right off your hook.
Oh.
I would say that's probably Dylan's fault. If it was anybody's fault, it'd probably be Dylan's for baiting that.
Dynamite. Do it.
I like look over at Dylan and I go, 4 silver and 9 toes.
And one shoulder. What's your point?
Well, the deal we originally made was 10 toes. You owe me a toe.
I'll get you a toe here in a second.
You want a toe? I get you.
I'll get you a toe.
Amateurs.
Are you all right, Dylan? Do you need a little?
No, I think I'm about to
Hey,
turn
yeah.
as green as the rest of the party over here. Oh, God, that hurts.
I'm not green at all.
I don't know. You've never taken that helmet off in front of me. You could be anything underneath there.
Makes a good point.
It's an anglerfish.
You ever gonna take that thing off?
Yeah.
It's an accurate response.
Okay. You gonna fish or what? Are you just gonna stare at me?
I think Tarben's up.
All right, big guy, knock it out of the park.
Spot my shot for
Your hook
fishing.
just goes straight into the railing, into the netting.
Oh yeah.
Ah, but you shake it loose just enough. Let's let me see the size of the fish that's out there. Let's all right. That's the wrong roll. We need this.
Afraid of what bites at 11. 11. Oh no.
Like as you're luring it down, it's just a large, massive grass carp just does the leap, Big Bertha style, takes it right off the hook, splashes back down into the deep.
This is so much easier in a stream.
You guys I'm very good at this, are you?
Says the guy that went overboard.
It's because I was holding a pole. I'm gonna go. Hey, you know what? I am. I'm checking out of here. I've been in enough of this episode anyway. I'm going into the captain's quarters. All right. I'm done with this shit. I'm out.
I want more Dylan. I'm sorry. No, you have to stay.
Why do I have to get? God,
Actually,
one more silver. One more silver, and I won't go in and take a nap with the gator. Got a deal?
Pay the man.
All right.
All right. Yeah, this one's great. Here you go. This is what you deserve. He goes over and he opens up a small can of Vienna sausages.
Ooh.
It puts the small weenus on your hook. Go for it,
My
hot
hook?
shot. Yeah.
Yes. Let's go.
Survival. Oh God.
Hey, not bad roll.
With a
Roll that
D4?
It's obvious what the dump stat is with this group.
18. Hey, that's pretty good for me.
All right.
And I would like to have you know that Akiko and I have a -1 for strength. So I don't know about dump statting. Not anything.
Oh, did ya?
We're doing it.
You set the hook on a pretty decent sized fish. As it begins to take off into the distance. Dexterity
Of course
ability
it'd be
check.
dexterity. Of course it would be dexterity. Ability, just regular ability check.
Mm-hmm. Yep, just regular ability check.
Yeah, just click the dex, right? And then just go ability check.
Oh,
Next
go.
one!
Only when it matters.
Hook, line,
Oh,
and sinker.
let's go. Yeah, you know what? You deserve the pirate music for this one. That's exactly what you deserve.
Yeah.
Describe reeling this bad boy in on the small weenus.
Yeah, I think it's like you cast out the Vienna sausage, and you see this like little fish like go and start nibbling at it, and then below it you see this larger shadow come up and just eat that fish and then get hooked onto the hook itself, and then you see this like kind of struggle as it kind of like starts to dart out a little bit, and then you know you kind of forces it back towards a little bit, then it darts out a little bit more and just slowly is reeling it in. Eventually it kind of gets to a close and there's a little bit of struggle, and just because it's Flair, why not? He just kind of looks down and he just goes, "Stop," and he commands it to stop as the fish just stops, and then he just grab the net, and then he looks over at Dylan, grab the net, and then he just like pulls it up and hoists it into the net.
That's incredible. First time. He looks down at this can of Vienna sausages. This is it. This is it.
It's the sausage.
I want you to go ahead and roll me a D100.
$65.
Ooh, again.
4 away from a
Yeah,
nice.
what?
Yeah. Interesting. Are these loaded? I rolled again. Like a 65 again.
Let's find where this table's buried.
The fish table we haven't used in forever.
It's a European shoulder bag.
It's called a mirth.
Dylan, this suits you. Pocket your Vienna sausage and let's go. It's like,
It's an insult in some cultures.
He looks so funny up there.
he
Just
does.
on top of my box. I love it.
Oh. We may be, there it is. There's my table. Yar. Out of the very first, I need you to give me a 1d10.
Oh.
Wait.
It's a 5 right down the middle.
Oh, I forgot that is, we have freshwater and saltwater tables.
Get out of here.
Yeah,
Are you kidding
man.
me?
Yeah. Oh, so it is this giant 24-pound blue fish with these bright, shiny scales over the sides. Krak. Go ahead and give me your crafting check, which will be your intelligence.
Yeah.
Let's see here. What is your big boy that you roll?
My int and my dex are the same, but those are the two highest.
This will be your investigation because it's the plus 11.
Yeah.
+24 with ease. You know, with these scales, you can make something of the rare degree with cold.
Ooh.
Not to mention that it's a good tasting fish. Carve this thing up.
You see,
Nice
like,
job,
Krak-
Christian.
you see
That's a
Krak
good-
kind of like getting a little dancy, and he's like, "Oh, that's a good one. Yeah, that's that. It's going to taste great. Very fresh. Who's a good carver here?
I look at Tarben.
I look at Tarben.
Tarben's got to have the best survival out of all of us, right?
Oh, survival roll?
Survival? No.
I have a +10 on my survival.
But if you carve this right,
He has
you can-
experience with all those the things you guys fought on the dock. He cleaned all of them.
carve this right, like you can get both sushi grade out of this if you want, or we can cook it. Either way. But I can also use the skin for some stuff.
I imagine
Use
he
the
just shook his hand
skin
like that
for
too.
some
For
stuff,
some stuff.
Okay.
Well, go ahead.
We want to skin it now?
What? You wanted to just flop around all day? As he points down to it. It's just like,
Yeah. I mean, I can give it a whirl. Tarben, you want to help me hold it down?
You want me to stop its heart real quick? Just like a little spark going from the finger.
Yeah, I would like that.
That's kind of messed up, Akiko. That's I know it was quick, but I mean, look, you may have overcooked it a little bit over in the fins, huh?
Nice.
You're quite handy there with that knife.
I mean, when you live out in the boonies for as long as I have, you kind of develop skills.
Yeah, I can see that. It's impressive, my friend. You, a country frog can't survive.
As he takes the blade and just kind of spins it in his hand and puts it back in his little holster. Oh, there we go. Now we got ourselves a nice little fish dinner ready to go. And, Krak, for you, some skin, as you requested.
Thank you.
What are you gonna do with that?
I'm gonna lick it. What do you think I'm gonna do?
That's disgusting.
It's,
like
it's actually not that bad.
Yeah, I honestly believe that you would lick it. You seem like you would take the Skyrim approach to like anything of just like, let me
Yeah.
eat it and see how I feel.
Exactly. How else do I know what it's gonna do to someone
Yeah.
else if I don't test it on myself? And he lifts his goggles like, how do you think this eye happened?
Mad scientist. Oh,
Yes.
who else is testing the wild deep?
I mean, I guess I gotta go. We still got one more rigged up, right, Dylan?
No. He takes whatever stink bait that he had on there. He throws it over to Pal. That's your dinner now. He puts the Vienna sausage.
Wow. I mean, honestly, this seems to be the winning bait. So here we go. Send it.
See what you got.
Whoa.
Ho, ho, ho. Man. Perfect technique.
Yeah, I will forewarn, if it's a big fish, I'm gonna need some help.
Oh, you can feel something lengthy beginning to take a nibble.
No. Okay, and then we're gonna set it. Yeah, there we go.
No, don't. You're moving too fast. Hold on. Oh, just the right amount of rollover. You lip that thing. Oh, fish on.
Fish on. That's not good.
As
He did ask for help. Did anyone come up to help?
I've always got his back. You know that.
I'm not grabbing the pole. Not this time. Not any time ever again.
I got you, little buddy.
As it
Jeez, thanks.
takes off. So you're going to aid. Let's see what you got, little man.
So I get advantage on my strength, right?
You get advantage on this strength test.
Oh, thank goodness.
Oh,
At least.
Oh,
wow.
as you see this massive salmon take the line out far, it's going to have to be a 1 or a 2.
Oh no.
You're rolling as Krak.
That's just whatever.
Yeah, whoever I've clicked the last is Are you gonna use an inspiration on this?
Oh, let's see.
Does Bless figure into that?
Oh yeah,
Oh,
it didn't
yeah.
roll his bless.
Yeah, I was gonna say he didn't get Bless on that, so he's still got at least a little nudge.
I still got there. Okay.
Okay.
I'm at a 10.
Come
Yeah,
on, you
then
let that thing get away!
We'll D6 it. Yeah, come on. Just go a little bit more to the left. Beats it.
Roll off.
Roll off.
Pizza.
Yes.
Pizza.
Bass, we are
Pizza,
aware
pizza.
that the dice are rolling off camera. We're we're very aware.
Here's my 20. Oh, jeez. That's not great.
Oh! Let's go. Hey, that's a 1, baby. That's gonna bump up twice.
Oh, we found its weak spot now.
Come on. Give that thing hell. Let's see what you got.
Come on. Oh,
Oh,
not again.
you're gonna have to earn your keep, dude.
Not again.
Here it goes out. Tarben is still at your aid, so you have advantage.
Okay. And I get my D4. You're rolling first, though, you said, right? Yep, there he is.
Oh, 22's the line.
Oh, this is not good. This is not good. Okay, hold on. Using my brain here.
You devised that stratagem.
no.
Oh, I thought the AT was coming around.
Indom? I will Indom.
Get an Indom.
You catch this fish.
Which will give me just one roll, not, or do I re-roll both? I never remember how we do it.
No, just re-roll both.
Yeah, okay. Incoming.
And don't forget
Come
that
on,
1d4 blast.
you got this. You got this. Oh no.
Or not.
Honestly impressive.
Do you want to luck?
It's just my weak little frog arms. I just can't. I can't anymore. And I just let
Come
the
on.
line out.
Come on. No, strength. Come on, if I could have my shoulder set back in place out on this damn ship, you could reel that fish in. Come on. Oh, it's only 11.
Actually, I might just shoot it. If I get it close to the surface, I might just shoot it.
Just focus on the fish.
Okay.
Feel it on the line.
It's doable. It's doable. I see it. I see it getting weak. There we go. It feels better.
14.
That feels better.
I told you.
Just gotta keep it. Just gotta keep going on.
You just have to be better than a fish. That's it. Doesn't have to be your best day. Just better than the fish's day.
It's all strength. I got Dex, and you're all strength. It's like,
My fish continue to be huge assholes.
They're gonna go big on this one.
Oh no. All right, here we go. Come on. And then a D4. Oh, I'm so far away.
So far away.
like you ain't making that.
Oh God, you're losing it. You're losing it.
D10 inspo and from the cards, but you better hope you know.
Oh God!
Always hits.
Strongest
Always hits.
Oh no!
Are you sure you're not just typing the number one and then hitting enter?
It's beatable, but it's
Beatable for
you.
You got this.
Okay.
Back and forth. Let's go.
Oh!
Plus your bliss.
Yep. There it is. I got it. I beat it. I'm just so tired. Tarben, watch out. I might secrete if he doesn't come in on this next one.
Don't let him secrete. Don't let him secrete.
No. Why does it just keep hating me?
I have never seen it flip straight heads like
I think
that.
you're just typing 1 and hitting enter. I think that's all you're doing. You're just typing 1. Oh, you've got to be shitting me.
I'm not feeling so bad about throwing that there.
This is it.
Gotta get in the fight chair.
You
This gotta
gotta.
be it.
Oh my God!
It doesn't have its tails. There's no tails.
This is like Baldur's Gate when I called heads every time and it was tails
Okay.
and almost killed my entire family.
I feel it. Just pull me out of my misery. No!
Oh my God! You could actually do this with your blood. No!
Why has everyone been one?
I'm doing it. I
No,
don't give a fuck.
no,
D8'd it. I'm
no.
using my D8 too.
It is too apropos. It is. That fish gets away.
That gets away as it should. As it frickin' should.
It fought for it.
I fought for it. I am so tired. I am.
Matter of fact, you're at 1 point of exhaustion tired.
That sounds about right, honestly. That honestly sounds about right.
I've never seen a fight like that.
I feel like I need a lay down and a beer and
You
and
want a drink? And I
a
just
fish.
kind of like just pat the chair next to me.
yes. I
I'm
need a
like
drink,
gone at this point. It was just.
and
I
need
set up a
big-
chair directly to watch everyone down the line.
I want this and a big fish steak and just somebody to tell me that I'm okay.
That's brutal.
It was not easy. It was. I couldn't even tell if it was a good-looking fish.
It was a salmon, buddy. I could see it from a mile away. Best eating fish we would probably got all week.
Don't remind me.
All right, you did good.
Did I?
It was a beast.
It felt like it was all you. I was just a frog holding a pole, and you were the bear doing all the work.
I was just helping you. You were the one doing all the work.
Sure feels like it. Oh, is he like, faints back onto the couch?
I just have some grog and just relax.
Pal just slither up under you so you can put your feet up.
Oh God.
That's good. That's good.
So
Pat.
pampered.
You take a long enough short break to where the exhaustion fades.
What happens when you ham it up enough? People pamper you and you get rid of your exhaustion quicker.
As does that Blizzy Bless fade. It's funny. It's not there anymore, but it's definitely still stuck in our character sheets. There we go. It didn't like the mass removal. Prefers that thing about one at a time. As it begins to head in to evening time. Smell of fresh bluefish. In the open sea. Anyone working on anything while you are at the luxury of these wisps and your 4 silver a day, Dylan?
I don't think
Krak
so.
is working on seeing what he could make from the fish scales.
Go ahead and roll that investigation check again.
$24.
Looks like you have enough scales for 4 different projects that involve cold. You have enough time to complete 1 project today.
Arts and crafts with Krak.
Okay, and would that be something on my chemistry table then that I can look through?
Not yet. This would be focusing on whether you want to make it a cold munition, a cold bomb, or some sort of cold derivative potion.
Mm-hmm.
Go for like the first day, do like a potion of some, like a potion of resistance of some sort.
All right. So this can go one of 2 ways when you craft it. And it'll be a heads or tails flip for you. It'll either be a cold resistance or it'll be a cold weakness.
Ooh, okay.
That when applied to the target, it will give that weakness. Go ahead and Roll your investigation.
Ooh.
15. Would you like to add any dice to this 3-skill challenge?
Yeah. Yes, I would.
Yeeth.
We're gonna do a D8 because there's a bunch there. Oh, come on.
Oh, that's rough.
Luckily, 1 is what you need to get to 16. This is a 16, 18, 20 base challenge.
There we go. Edit. There we go.
Chug it again.
Yeah.
There you go.
There we go.
With
Nailed it.
ease on the second time. One final check to hit
And-
20.
One more.
Oof. Indom?
How many are in there? Like a
Bunch.
Yeah.
We're
A lot.
we'll end on that.
Oh!
Oh, really?
You're gonna have to use a big boy inspo to get there now.
Oh.
Hey, hey, you having a little trouble over there? I don't have guidance or anything, but I just want to.
Just want to confirm that you are struggling.
Wait.
That's all. I just-
You want to try it for me?
No, I can see the tips of your fingers are freezing. That's. Put on some gloves. Jesus, Lathander Christ.
Panda.
Go ahead and roll 1d4 guidance.
Oh yeah, that's right. Okay, that's not bad.
16. What inspo dice are you trying to roll to get to this potion?
I'm gonna go a D10.
Oof. Oh, yeah. There you go.
Just gets there. Heads, resistance. Tails, weakness. Do you want to roll or me?
You roll,
Or flip.
please.
All right, let's see if it does something different other than heads.
Nope.
No.
Still rolling heads, baby.
Oh, heads. Only until it's radio's time, and then he'll say heads
Yeah,
for it
of
to roll
course.
tails.
Thank you for noting that.
There's like just a little bit of a pop and a before it cold freezes around that potion. You have 1 potion of cold resistance.
Yo, let's go.
I need you to roll a D10 to find out how many minutes.
Oh, okay.
3 minutes. Mark that one down in your notes.
Okay.
Heck yeah.
No entries.
Let him cook. Let him cook.
I think items. Let's see if we have one of those. Cold resistance. Yes, potion of cold resistance. All right. And this one is for 1 hour. This one is going to be 3 minutes. Oh, yeah, you're already here over here, so I can just do this. And I will drag and drop.
Here it is. I see it. Seen it.
Seen it.
Just that easy. Krak, after you finish putting together this potion, sweeping the last bit of scales off the side, you look down and you see the first bits of floating green patches, like long stretches of algae, except for their slick like oil. As you look off the bow, and you can see nothing on the horizon except for brackish green and black water as the sun begins to set. And that is where we will pick up next week.
That's not good.
Sailing into the corruption.
Gross.
That's
Oh,
not
boy.
good.
One day into the journey, we're already seeing the muck.
That's not good. Well, not even a full day.
Almost a full day.
Okay, all right. Oh, it's gonna be back.
Feels good. Loose ends are tied. Now we're ready to handle what's happened
Sticky
back
note?
home.
Ready to handle's kind of a bold statement. We're going to handle. Well or not, I'm not sure.
What are you talking about? I can handle anything.
I can handle anything. Look at me.
True. He can.
Thanks for bringing me along to this show. I can't sing any lower this way. This is not good.
You're
Oh,
welcome,
Dylan.
country Snoop Dogg.
Complete token art in addition to the posters soon.
Oh my God, ridiculous. But
We love it.
we're ready to pick back up. We will see you guys next Tuesday, 9 p.m. Love y'all. Be good.